And we welcome you back to the beautiful gym here at the campus of Harlandale High School. Tonight it's boys basketball. The South End Bobcats have taken this short trip here to Harlandale High School. It's going to be 28-5A varsity. But what you have on the court right now is the JV teams playing, and we promise you to come on at 6:15. We want to keep our word. It's a good game. The Harlandale Indians JV squad leading the South End Bobcats 47-43. We're going to keep our cameras focused on the action. I'm going to turn my mic down, and I'm going to sit back and enjoy the last 2 minutes. That's a big three right there. We're going to enjoy the last 2 minutes with you right here on RC Audio Sports. Thank you for joining us. While you're here, subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon, and that way you are notified every time that we go live. Thank you for joining us. We've got a time out on the court, but we're going to keep our cameras focused right here on the action. 1 minute and 48 seconds left to play. Harlandale up 47-46. Once again, we are streaming live from the Harlandale High School Gymnasium. It'll be 28-5A boys. The South End Bobcats taking the short trip. The Harlandale Indians will host them. The varsity squads will take the floor for warm-ups as soon as this JV game is over. We've got a good one. We're going to keep our cameras focused on the action so that we can enjoy some of this JV ball game. Always a bonus when we can do that. Always a bonus when we can do that. Shine a little light on the JV squads. And we're going to do that here for the next 1 minute and 18 seconds of basketball action. Thank you for joining us.
Coach, was it these two teams, the last JV game that had the last couple of minutes?
Yes.
No, was it these two teams?
That's South End.
That went into the wire.
Yeah, went to the wire. 1 point win. I believe South End won that one.
Yeah. Okay. I was just trying to remember as I was getting into the gym, the two teams. I think it was
Durbin Center
and last second shot
I
at the
think
buzzer.
It was a come from behind. South End was trailing, and he hit a buzzer shot. And
No, but Harlandale hit the buzzer.
oh my God, we're gonna have to go back and watch our archive.
I think Harlandale hit the shot to win the game on JV, if I remember correctly.
All right, I'm gonna trust your memory, Bob. And when I get home, I'm gonna go back. You know, all our games are archived right there on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel, and I think we got that one.
Why wait to go home when I have my phone right here?
You got your phone right there. Good. Got a timeout on the floor. JV squad's playing. The Bobcats have taken the lead 48-47 here at Harlandale High School. Always a a contest when these two meet up. This is a rivalry that dates back before there was ever a Frontier Bowl. South San and Harlandale would figuratively, most of the time, duke it out on the football field and the basketball court and the baseball diamond and what have you, volleyball court. These two schools have been neighboring each other since South San was built. Harlandale goes back to 1924, I believe. South San goes to the early 40s. I might have to do a little research on that. Bobby replaying the South San final seconds of that South San game. Well, it was 48-57, so it wasn't all that close.
Which, it must have been another game then. Maybe it was at Southwest.
So many games, and enjoy every one of them. I can't tell you, I can remember last Friday we had Southside and Harlandale girls here at the gym, and Southside JV hit a buzzer beater. Big call on the floor. I can't resist giving a little play-by-play. That was a technical. That was a technical, and it's a rarely called foul. But if you reach across the boundary line, if you reach into out-of-bounds territory, while a team is trying to bring in the ball and inbound the ball, that's a technical. And the official standing right there on it, called it. 2 shots. Southwest it was. Okay, Bobby going through the archives like you can anytime. Finish that one up, Bobby. Let's give our viewers here, our early viewers, a little recap of that one. So when we were at Southwest for the Harlandale Southwest game, it was the Southwest JV team. We got to show you a little bit of that. And Harlandale hitting a buzzer beater there. So Bobby remembering the JV game between the Dragons and the Indians. Both teams in the bonus, 40 seconds left to play here. The varsity game, of course, scheduled to start at 6:30. We're going to be here with them. We'll see what they decide to do after this JV game. And, of course, the clock is up in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. So you'll know with us just how much time they're going to allow the varsity teams to warm up before the game. Robert Villafranca alongside Bobby Mendez, Reese Hernandez-Robinson doing his expert camera work. Bobby will handle the play-by-play once we get started with the game, and I'm going to enjoy the game from the tech table. We thank you for joining us. Tonight is the last night of district play for the girls. They'll go to begin their playoffs a week from today. We understand, or a week from yesterday, actually, we understand McCollum has drawn Burbank, and they'll play on Monday nights. At McCollum at 6:30. We've put in our application. Indians take the lead. We put in our application to stream that game, waiting to hear back from UIL. A foul behind the arc. That'll be 3 shots coming. The Bobcats trailing by 21 seconds left to play.
Hey, Coach, where would that playoff game be?
At McCollum High School. Monday, 6:30. McCollum versus Burbank. We're talking about girls. McCollum versus Burbank. McCollum will host it at the Dennis R. Smith Gymnasium. If you followed us at all on our social media, we have explained the process by which one can stream a playoff game. It's an application process. UIL and NFHS own the rights to every playoff game. And anyone who wants to stream the game has to apply for the privilege to pay for the rights to stream a game, and that's what we've done. We'll let you know when UIL lets us know if we can do that, or if they're going to accept our application. It really comes down to if they can cover with NFHS or not. We certainly would like to follow the district champion into the playoffs, McCollum Cowboys. What a great season they've had. 15-0 they are, and got one more game here scheduled tonight against Southwest. And they've already clinched the district championship. They've already clinched the top seed of Division II. They will go into Division II with Southside. And tonight is for that -O, as we call it. The -O on the banner, 16-0, no losses, undefeated district championship. That's what they're playing for tonight. Nothing else of consequence, really. The playoff seeds and the seeds have all been determined in 28 5A girls. MacArthur and Jay going to D1. And MacArthur is leading Jay by half a game there. Jay plays Southwest Legacy tonight, and if Jay wins, Jay and MacArthur tie for second place, and they tie for seeding going into the D1 bracket. And we'll let you know. Usually, in a case that involves only seeding, South End hits a free throw and Harlandale answers, all tied up at 51 apiece. Usually in a case of seeding, coaches will opt for the coin flip. But we're going on past history. We have not heard from John Jay or MacArthur what their choice would be in the case of a tie. Because of their enrollments, MacArthur and Jay have the 2 largest enrollments of the 4 schools that qualified for the playoffs at 28 5A girls basketball. Because they have the 2 largest enrollments, they will go to D1. McCollum is a district champion and one of the smaller schools actually in 28 5A as far as enrollment goes. Third district championship for the McCollum girls. Third consecutive district championship for the McCollum girls. 2 years ago, it was a 3-way tie. And last year, it was a 2-way tie. McCollum shared their championship trophy with Harlandale. And this year, Coach Lopez and his Cowboys basketball team, outright, no sharing, all theirs, the district title. So the last 40 seconds or so of this game, scoring has been done at the free throw line, so it's come down to who has the better free throw shooters. And tonight it's Harlandale, 54-51, 3.8 seconds. It is a one possession game. The buzzer, and he's going to shoot it anyway. Count it, the official says. Unperturbed. Harlandale was on the shot. Now that makes it a 4-point game, a 2-possession game, so it's a little bit more secure. 5 points makes it that much more secure. Counting down 3. Off the mark. And the Harlandale Indians JV team will claim this victory, 56-51. The Indians JV will beat the South San JV squad. Here come the varsity teams to warm up. It looks like they're going to give us 15 minutes, and we can live with that. We're going to take a short break for commerce, but we'll be right back to tell you about our teams.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be a billion-dollar insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the billion-dollar auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez & Associates today at 210-337-1111.
Do you own property that begs for a solution? Tacho Tovar and GBH Real Estate Solutions is here for that. Any condition, any situation, any location. Cash payment. The experts at GBH Real Estate Solutions can handle foundation repair, total interior rough-ins, or any other property need. From start to finish, GBH Real Estate Solutions will be there to make sure the job is done right. Whether the solution is a ground-up project, total renovation, or modernization, Tacho will see it through. Call GBH Real Estate Solutions today, or visit their Facebook page to see many more examples of their fine work. Tacho is waiting to hear from you. Oh, and did we mention? Tacho buys houses.
See me shine, 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 walking on beams of light, 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 light. Oh, oh, oh,
And we welcome you back to the beautiful gym here at on the campus of Harlandale High School. It's the South San Bobcats warming up in the near court. The Harlandale Indians, the hosts, over there on the far court. Let me tell you a little bit about the visiting South San boys basketball team. South San is coached by head coach Raymond Carroll. He's assisted by Casey Garcia and Jake Delgado. Going back 3 years to when this group of seniors were freshmen, 6-24, 0-14, and 27-6A. that year, still competing in 6A basketball. A couple of years ago, the South San Bobcats, a 21-13 season, 11-3 in district play, in 28-5A, a second-place finish, lost to Brack in the by-district round. And then last year, a 19-13 overall record, 9-5 in district. That also was good enough for a second-place finish in 28-5A. But the Bobcats fell to Brack again in the first round. So this group of South San Bobcats looking to break that ceiling and get past that by-district round into the second round. They have already clinched a playoff berth, so we know they're going dancing. The South San Bobcats so far this year have averaged, in district, they've averaged 55.5 points per game. They're giving up 44 points per game. We have them down for 7 quality wins. We define a quality win as a team against a win against a team with a winning record. 7 quality wins, pretty respectable number there. Overall, 19-6 this year, 8-4 they were in non-district, 11-2 in district play, and that's good for 85% of your games, winning 85% of your games. The South San Bobcats are led in scoring and rebounding by big number 50 senior forward Ethan Moreno, averaging 19 points scoring, averaging 10 rebounds per game. He's averaging for the season a double-double. He leads the team in assists, almost 3 assists per game. Leads the team in steals, almost 3 steals per game as well. Ethan Moreno will represent South San in the San Antonio Sports high school basketball game that will be played on March 23rd. Caleb Vargas will join Ethan Moreno, and as well Kevin Settles. Caleb and Kevin will participate in the skills contest and the three-point contest there that weekend of the San Antonio Sports All-Star basketball weekend. We expect the South San Bobcats to start Caleb Vargas. Aiden Moran has been getting a lot of playing time. Kevin Settles will probably be in the starting lineup as well as Alonzo Munoz, big center, who is able to take a lot of attention in the paint away from Ethan Moreno and allow him to roam a little bit better. As tough as Ethan is on the block and in the paint, if Alonzo Munoz can take care of those tasks, then allows Ethan, who's also a pretty good three-point shooter, can shoot from the perimeter, allows him to roam a little bit more. So that is basically the lineup that we would expect for South San. Of course, when we come back, we'll get the starting lineups and we'll see just how close we were to that. One quick word from our sponsors, and we will be back to tell you about the Harlandale Indians.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Texas, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
And before we get too far along in our broadcast, let me remind you that Presidio Concrete has joined our sponsorship team, owned by Hector Gonzalez. Dre Gutierrez, they've been in business for 3 years. What a mark. If you've watched our streams, you know all about them. They did the concrete work for Veterans Memorial Stadium at Judson ISD. They've also done the concrete work for the gorilla enclosure at the San Antonio Zoo. But do not let that intimidate you. Just let that be an indication of just the respect that they have in the community and how skilled they are in their craft. If you're a homeowner and need work done at your house, on your property, they're very happy to self-contract and do that as well. Driveways, porches, slabs, whatever you need done on your property, give them a call. If you're a general contractor, you need to have them on your quick dial. Presidio Concrete can do big jobs. If you're a homeowner, get them on your quick dial as well. Give them a call. And before we leave that screen, I want to remind our viewers that we could not do what we do without our sponsors. And we appreciate all the kind words. We appreciate all that positive feedback that you give us when we're in your gym and when you DM us and so forth. But if you have an opportunity to patronize one of our sponsors, please do so. And when you go in, let them know that you heard about them or that you're there because you heard about them on RC Audio Sports. That will help to reinforce their commitment to RC Audio Sports and to what we do. We would appreciate you doing that. The Harlandale Indians on the far court warming up as well. The Harlandale Indians head coach Eric De Los Santos, an alum of Harlandale High School. He wore the maroon and gold, played basketball while he was here. Actually played football, played baseball, played basketball, played them all. And he's now head coaching here for the Harlandale Indians basketball team. David Garces is an assistant. Willie Culpepper, Brandon Porter are also assistants for Eric. Going back 3 years when this group of seniors were freshmen, and that was the year 2022. 18-15 they were, 6-8 finish, did not qualify for the playoffs. 2 years ago, 21-12, so a 20-win season for the Indians a couple of years ago. 12-2 in district, that was good for a district championship. And the Harlandale Indians reached the area round a couple of years ago. Last year, 16-15, 9-5, a third place finish, eliminated in the by-district round. While Eric has been here, this is 8 years that he's been the Harlandale High School head coach. 2 district titles, 6 playoff appearances, 4 20-win seasons, 5 playoff wins. He's earned, he's well into his 200th, beyond his 200th win, not reached 300 yet, but last year he hit the 200 milestone. The Harlandale Indians are scoring 62 points a game. They're giving up 54. 5 quality wins we have them down for. 17-10 they were in non-district play. 17-10 overall they are. 9-5 in non-district. 8-5 in district so far. And here playing the South End Bobcats, the Harlandale Indians fighting. They're a game ahead of the Southwest Legacy Titans and still have not clinched a playoff berth, so a dance is not assured for the Harlandale Indians just yet. They are in the driver's seat, leading Southwest Legacy by a game, but a 1-game lead with 3 games left to play, that's not going to do it. So the Indians still a couple of wins away from securing a berth in the playoffs. We've seen the Indians start here in the past. Sal Guillen will run the point guard most of the time. Gabriel Garcia will join him. Noel Cerna, one of the best shooters in 28-5A, will be on the court, along with Eustace Benken. An interesting story. Eustace is a German foreign exchange student who's here at Harlandale for a year, experiencing America, experiencing San Antonio, Texas, experiencing Harlandale. Number 32 he wears, Eustace Benken, and those are usually the 4 that we see. And then coach sometimes will get Christian Reyes in. Sometimes it'll be Jeremiah Rodriguez. Again, when the starting lineups are announced, we'll see how close we got to that. The Noah Cerna averaging 19 points per game. He leads the team in that aspect. Eustace Benken, he's a double-double machine. He's recorded double-doubles several times this season. He's averaging 8 rebounds per game, so not quite averaging a double-double, but he can really help the Indians on the boards and in scoring. So there you have it. A little rundown of the South San Bobcats and the Harlandale Indians. Robert Villafranca on RC Audio Sports. Bobby Mendes will take the baton in just a second for play-by-play. It's Reese Hernandez-Robinson will be providing the expert camera work for us this evening. Real quickly, before I hand this over, standings for the 28-5A boys in basketball. Jay and South San are 1-2. Jay is undefeated. San Antonio Express has Jay and South San in the top 10. So that's not common to have 2 teams in one district in the top 10 for San Antonio Express. So gives you an idea of the basketball that is being played at 28-5A. Southwest is in 3rd. Harlandale is in 4th. Southwest Legacy a game behind Harlandale in 5th. And McCullum trailing Harlandale by 2 games. They still have an outside shot at a dance ticket, but they are on the verge. They're on the edge of losing that possibility. 3 games left. South End tonight can clinch a D1 top seed with a win or with the Southwest loss. Southwest playing McCullum. So South End has already clinched the playoff spot. They're going D1. They can get that top seed in D1 if they win tonight or if Southwest loses. South End just has to win one more game. They've got a game here tonight against Harlandale. And then after tonight, they play Win, and then they play Southwest. So one win in those 3 games, one victory in those 3 games will clinch the top spot. So Robert Gifranca, here's the baton. Bobby Mendez. You want to take it right here? Let's take a quick break then, and it is tax season, so let's just take a quick break.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 walking on beams of a light, 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 light.
And we welcome you, good evening everyone, to Harlandale High School Gymnasium, where we are just about ready to go for the national anthem, and we'll be back in just a quick moment as we allow the playing of our national anthem. And that was the national anthem here at Harlandale High School. Coach Robert Villafranca, I am Bobby Mendez, and tonight it's the South End Bobcats coming into Harlandale Indian territory. The last time these 2 teams meet, the Indians took a loss over at Bobcats Arena there, the Ron Durbin Athletic Center. So the Harlandale Indians, as Coach talked about just moments ago, the Indians trying to stay in the fight for the playoffs here, and certainly a win tonight does not hurt their chances of getting into the playoffs. So the matchup, Coach, I'm looking forward to seeing between these 2 are the 2 big ones, the big guys down low, and that's Ethan Moreno and Eustace Benkin. The last time those 2 teams met up, those 2 athletes were battling it down low in the paint, and Ethan Moreno really got the best of them, but I'm looking to see if Benkin can come back and maybe make up for some of that.
2 big men in 28 5A. Both of them can play that physical game, and you're exactly right. That's going to be a nice matchup to keep our eyes on, and here come the starting lineups for the Harlandale Indians.
So the starting lineups for the Indians is Caleb, check that, Sal Guillen, and then we have Gabriel Garcia, also Noel Serna, Christian Reyes, and Eustace Benkin.
So we weren't too far off, Bobby, in our predictions for the starting lineup. We would like to mention that Noel Serna is also going to represent his school and his team at the San Antonio Sports All-Star basketball game that will be played on March 23rd. We told you earlier that Ethan Moreno will do the same for South End. Caleb Vargas and Kevin Settles will participate in that All-Star weekend in the skills contest and the three-point contest.
So the starting lineup for the Bobcats, Coach mentioned a couple of them already: Caleb Vargas, Zayden Montoya, Kevin Settles, Alonso Munoz, and Ethan Moreno. The Ball is right away in the action. Gabriel Garcia as the Indians won the jump ball, and Gabriel Garcia straight into the lane, drawing the foul and earning a trip early on now to the free throw line. Free throw isn't good, but Benkin gets the board, keeps it alive, and the ball tipped back the other way, and in the paint and in the lane is a shot by Aiden Moran. No, check that. That is Juan Godoy. Garcia started off, and then Godoy on the way back. The Indians moving the ball around. Serna misses a short jumper, tries to get his own board, but Reyes kicks it back out over to the right side, and that's handled by Guillen. Left side, long three, Serna. That'll be a Serna three. And the ball knocked out of bounds, but there was a foul called.
Well, Serna called for his first personal, first team. South End, Harlandale both with one team foul apiece.
In the paint, settles a little too strong on that one, and Serna will get the board. Back the other way, Benkin misses that one, fights for the board, tangled up with Moreno. Or, yes, Ethan Moreno. Ball coming back the other way. Little floater, doesn't go. Board, Munoz. And he'll get fouled trying to put that one back.
Bob, did you mention that there was going to be some physicality down low tonight?
Oh, yes. It's just one of those things is when you get those two big bodies in there, and one's going to want to assert their dominance. And so both of them battling down low.
Love to play this game. Eustace and Ethan Moreno, great love for this game. Number 10 it was for the Indians, Christian Reyes, who was called for that foul. His first personal, second team for the Indians. Alonso Munoz at the line, to 36% free throw shooter Alonso is.
Second free throw goes for Munoz, so he'll hit both of those free throws. Indians coming back. Garcia thought about a three in the paint. Spun, put it up, and that one didn't go. Back the other way, here come the Bobcats. Moran over to the right side, Montoya. In the lane, Montoya will get it to go. Tough shot for number 5, Zayden Montoya. Bobcats get the first lead of the ball game here at 5:49 to go in the first quarter. Indians moving the ball around inside of Serna. Serna got Moreno to get up in the air, but Serna not able to get that one to go. Kevin Settles bringing it back. Montoya kicking it out. Taken away by Sal Guillen. And Serna, 1-on-2, gets the defender in the air. He was able to get Alonso Munoz up in the air and get in.
Well, Serna with 5 of Harlandale 7 points. And here we go. Here's some physicality again.
Yeah, Ethan Moreno just trying to dominate Benkin and using every bit of his body. Got his shoulder in the chest of Benkin to back him down.
Ethan does a real good job of getting in lower than his defender, and if the defender is up too tall, he's not gonna be able to hold his ground against Ethan's strength.
Gabriel Garcia in the paint, missed that one. Reset, very long three for Senor Sal Guillen. Wow, that was from near the sideline.
He was almost in the dressing room. He reached over. He could have pulled the door on the dressing room there. One thing that Coach De Los Santos has got to be pleased about here in the early going against South San is they really have not given South San an opportunity to break.
Ethan Moreno, he'll try a three, defended by Eustace Benkin. Good defense deflection there, if you will, for Eustace. Deanne bringing it back the other way. He's guarded by Moran. Corner three, doesn't go. And now here comes Montoya to Settles. Settles thought about a long three. Montoya had a Munoz screen, and a blocking foul is going to go against the Indians. Going to go against number 10, Christian Reyes.
Then Montoya had to feel like Christian was a little bit vulnerable there, had him on the move, and went ahead and try to get to the basket. Either he was going to get by or he was going to get that block.
Jeremiah Rodriguez checking in for the Indians as Reyes will take a break. Garcia, the defender, as Settles was double teamed, got rid of that ball. And now Montoya from a Moreno screen will get it back over to Moran. Settles, guarded by Garcia. Good defense there by Eustace Benkin, who just jumped in front of Moreno to swat that ball away. Moreno in the lane, double teamed. And on the ground, the call.
Officials looking over at each other to make sure who had precedence on the call. This was saying on the floor, the foul was going to inbound it. That's going to go against Gabriel Garcia. That's his second personal, and the Indians up to 4 team fouls with 3.5 minutes yet to play. And you talked about Christian Reyes taking a break. He also went out with 2 personal fouls.
Ethan De La Rosa checking in for Garcia. And I missed that one.
That was Ethan Moreno, a little bit too physical on Eustace Benkin, and he's going to get called for that. Eustace had his position. Second personal foul for Ethan. So a couple of Indians and a Bobcat in some foul trouble early on.
Eustace asking for it in the high post, drives in the lane, and the ball was swatted away by Alonso Munoz.
Eustace going to take his chances there with Ethan on the bench, but Alonso Munoz up to the task. Braylon Tovar coming in for Eustace now.
Tovar sending some screens down low, opening up the play in the lane. Cerna lost it, and he's going to be called for a traveling violation. So a turnover for the Indians. 3:10 to go in this opening quarter.
Dead ball turnover again. Allows the Indians to set their defense. Bobcats still haven't gotten into their running game, where they're really dangerous.
Hold on. Top of the key. Guarded by Cerna. Gets it back over to Settles. Munoz back to Settles. Underneath. Turnover. South San. Kevin Settles, one-time Arcidio Martinez and Associates player of the game earlier this season. Cerna brings it up from midcourt, drives in the lane, he kicks it out to Rodriguez. Tovar from the top. Screen, Rodriguez kicks it out, left side. De La Rosa with a three-pointer from the corner. Five-point lead for the Indians. Montoya right side, Settles, good closeout by De La Rosa. Three-pointer, Moran, high arc! That one goes on the rainbow for Aiden Moran. 2-point game here in the first. De La Rosa, baseline, kicks it out. Back to the corner to De La Rosa. He'll kick it back up to Rodriguez. In the lane, off the bump, hits the glass, doesn't go in, but he earned the trip to the foul line.
Jeremiah Rodriguez, how about those instincts? Alonso Munoz is playing pretty much a goalkeeper, too far, too deep underneath that rim, so he's going to go ahead and take that. Alonso very close to a vertical, very close to verticality, but that you get that kind of collision inside that far and that deep by the basket, you're rarely going to get that call.
About a 1.5 foot difference between Jeremiah Rodriguez and Alonso Munoz.
About 18 inches.
The free throw attempts, no good.
So once again, the Bobcats inbounding from their own 84 feet away from their basket, allowing the Indians to set up the defense.
Saddles, who has been pretty good guarded by De La Rosa. Montoya gets it out to Moran. Another high arcing three from the corner. Aiden Moran is feeling it tonight from behind the arc.
8 points already tonight for Aiden.
Cerna matching up against Saddles. Kicks it out. Top of the key, three. De La Rosa answers right back.
Top of the key or bottom of the circle, Bobby. That was about a 28-footer.
The confidence in that shot for De La Rosa. Things are heating up here at Harlandale High School. The turnaround jumper. This time it's Zayden Montoya.
Nice 360 there for Zayden. Good body control. Creating some space in the shot.
Guillen, top of the key. Indians possibly looking for the last shot of the quarter here with 13 seconds to go. Cerna in the paint, drops it down to Tovar. But there was some contact underneath, and it's going to go against Harlandale. So South San will get the basketball underneath the Indians' basket, but the press is here. Montoya, 3 seconds. Montoya. And Moran with the three at the end of one. It's the Harlandale Indians taking the 1-point lead going into the break. You're watching high school basketball on RC Audio Sports.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the $1 billion auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez & Associates today at 210-337-1111.
And we welcome you back here to Harlandale Gymnasium on the campus of Harlandale High School. Beautiful crowd here on this nice Tuesday evening. And Coach, we've experienced a world of seasons here in the past week or so. Nice warm day today outside, and a few days ago, cold and muggy, rainy, nasty weather. But here in this gym, nice and cool. But right on the court, things are nice and hot.
Heated up over there. The shooters are heating it up on the court. Yeah, had a friend one time new to San Antonio, Texas. He said, you know, you guys have 2 seasons here, January and summer.
In one day. Winter in the morning, spring in the day. Long three doesn't go for Guillen, but the Bobcats will come away with the board, bringing it back the other way. Hold on to Saddles. Back up top to Munoz. Long three, Saddles, and that one will hit nothing.
Nothing but the baseline. Derek Castillo with a gallant effort to save that underneath the Bobcat basket, and able to do so.
Basketball belonging to the Indians. Cerna top of the key. Left side, De La Rosa, who's had a couple of threes in the first quarter. Back over to Jeremiah Rodriguez. Finds an open De La Rosa. De La Rosa kicking it back to the top. Rodriguez in the lane, and he gets that one to go over the big man, Alonso Munoz.
Second time Rodriguez has challenged the big man. Got the better of him both times.
Indians went into the first, after the first, led by 1. Three-pointer doesn't go by Moran.
Moran is getting real close to that 1,000-point career milestone.
Does he like shooting from behind the arc? I think he does. Ethan De La Rosa.
Ethan De La Rosa getting 3 points closer to however far he is away from 1,000 points.
Well, he's got 9 tonight. A steal. Indians the other way. Cerna can't get that one to go. Derek Castillo with the board, and here come the Bobcats. 6-point lead for the Indians. Montoya calling for help. Got it to Settles. Settles, a little running jumper, doesn't get it to go. Big board there by the big man, Braylon Tovar. Sal Guillen bringing it back the other way. Left side, underneath. Tovar tangled up with big man Alonso Munoz.
Braylon Tovar draws the foul and be given a break. Eustace Bankin back in for the South San Bobcats.
Indians to inbound from underneath their own basket. Bankin trying to do his best, post up underneath, and Guillen forced it in there to him. But the ball, he stepped out of bounds, so a turnover for the Indians. Zayden Montoya to Kevin Settles. Left side, letting it fly, Moran. He's short on that three. But the board brought back by the Indians, and he's getting called for a carry. And that'll be another Indian turnover. .5:11 to go here in the second quarter. Indians with a 6-point lead. In the lane, Montoya, left-handed, doesn't go. Castillo with the board. Checking into the game for the Bobcats, number 15, Eduardo Ponce. Derek Castillo at the free throw line. He'll miss that first one.
Derek Castillo, 73% free throw shooter. Not going to miss many. Missed both of those.
Back the other way. Here come the Indians. Rodriguez kicks it out to Guillen. Guillen kicks it out. Cerna trying to back down in, and he'll kick it down to Guillen. Guillen just off a little bit on that one, and Indians will maintain possession on the offensive board. Rodriguez, guarded by Ponce, drops it down low to Eustace. He can't finish, but the Indians will get another offensive board, and Ethan De La Rosa misses, which I think might be his first
That might be his first
miss of the night.
Well, he had some good space there, and he took a shot. Eustace Bacon draws a foul. Derek Castillo trying to get position. The officials feeling like that was just a little bit too much of a push. So Castillo draws his first foul, his first personal foul.
The inbounds to Eustace Binkin, but he's double teamed, forced to kick it out. Brought back up top to Rodriguez. In the lane, back down to Binkin. Binkin kicks it out. Moving the ball around. De La Rosa. Back over to Guillen. Guillen with the right hand from the left side. That doesn't go. Very tough shot to make. Ball nearly taken away, but from the corner. Aiden Moran. In and out. Back the other way. Still no buckets for either team in the last minute and a half or so. As Rodriguez try to get everything set up here for the Indians. Serna almost got that ball taken away by Eduardo Ponce. But was able to draw the foul.
That was some tight defense. There was just no space between Ponce and Noel Serna, and that's about the way you want to play a shooter like Noel. Make him work for his position. That time gets called for a foul, Ponce does.
Serna working his way in the lane. Eustace Benkin inside the paint. He'll get that one to go.
Nice job of Benkin just roaming that baseline and getting behind the defense.
Montoya had a double team at it, kick it out. Settles. We know he's good from the corner, not this time. Board controlled by the Indians. Guillen drops it to Serna. Serna in the lane. Can't get that one to go. Here come the Bobcats the other way. Ponce for three. In and out for the Bobcats.
Boy, a lid on this basket for South End. That was about the third or fourth shot that was halfway down the rim.
Coach, the end of the first quarter score was 17-16. And the Bobcats have yet to score a point here in the second quarter.
Gone cold. Ethan Moreno, might mention, not on the court.
We haven't seen him for
quite
some time.
He went out in the first quarter, hasn't been back. The bench is outside of our view. He didn't look like there was anything wrong with him when he went to the bench, but we really can't see the bench from where we're sitting. Every shot contested. Every single shot contested.
Great defense by the Indians.
And for South End as well. The Indians, of course, shutting the Bobcats out this quarter, but I mean, Noah Serna's gotten by the rack a couple of times and just could not convert. Just the level of defense that's being played.
Rodriguez missed both free throws, but Eustace Benkin with the board. So the Indians on the offensive board. Benkin keeps it alive. Rodriguez will have to reset here. There is a battle. Rodriguez couldn't get that to go off the glass, but the Indians draw yet another foul.
Derek Maltos, who just entered the ball game on the last dead ball, nice rebound and a putback attempt. Fouled on his attempt to put it back, and he'll get two shots. The Bobcats have just committed their fifth team foul of the quarter. So the Indians will enjoy the bonus for the remaining 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
And the free throw drought, missing free throw drought is over for the Indians as Maltos makes that free throw. Second free throw underway here in just a moment. 1 of 2. But the Indians will get the ball back.
The ball batted away. Alonzo Munoz feeling like he was the last one to touch it, chased it down, and the official says that had his foot on the baseline on the save, so the Indians inbounding underneath the bucket.
Indians having a tough time getting the ball inbounded, but they do. Serna steps out of bounds, though. So the Bobcats will have the basketball on an Indian turnover.
Eli Rodriguez coming in for the Cats. Kevin Settles going to the bench. Noah Serna loves that baseline. We've seen him work magic on that baseline, but that time just not enough space and dribbles it out of bounds.
Bobcats, oh, maybe a double dribble. Yep, he'll get caught on that one. Juan Godoy kind of lost a little bit of the handle on there and got caught.
I think he was wanting to pick it up on the double team and just didn't get a good handle and went back down, double dribble.
Indians running some plays on the perimeter inside the lane. Cerno with the lay-in that hit the back of the rim and bounced out. And the decision, as we await, as the two officials, and the Indians will get the basketball. But Coach De Los Santos wants to take this opportunity to talk it over as his team leads by 9 with 1:48 to go in the second. You're watching high school basketball on RC Audio Sports.
Join the legacy today and become a teacher for Harlandale ISD. Here at Harlandale, we offer many benefits for you and your family, competitive pay, and a starting salary for teachers of $58,000. We offer teacher stipends for teaching bilingual classes, coaching, special education, and more. Here at Harlandale, we are inspiring our students to be the change. Join us today and make a difference tomorrow. Apply now at harlandale.net/apply.
We are back here at the Harlandale Gymnasium here on the campus of Harlandale High School, a school that Coach and I are all too familiar with. The top of the key, Cerna from behind the arc, doesn't go, almost a nice three-pointer, but that one bounced right back out. Here come the Bobcats. Underneath, back up top to Ponce. And inside, Godoy misses that one. Board by Tovar. Tovar will have to somehow create some room, but here we go. Jeremiah Rodriguez, the speedy Rodriguez, doesn't get that one. Great block there by Munoz. Back the other way. Montoya in the lane, draws the foul. That's going to go against Tovar. Well, that's one way to kind of slow things down, Coach, is penetrate into the lane and maybe create some contact, and maybe the Bobcats could get their first points of the quarter.
Take it to the rack and maybe get that foul called and get your shots. Boy, the Bobcats really struggling here in the second quarter.
De La Rosa, Benkin back out on the court for the Indians. Second free throw, no good for Montoya. Cerna back the other way. Baseline, Benkin off the glass, can't get that one to go. Settles is back for the Bobcats. He's got Maltos guarding him, hand in the face, and Settles isn't phased, hits the jumper. Maltos kicks it to De La Rosa in the lane, along the baseline, can't get that one to go. Eli Rodriguez back over to Settles, and now to Rodriguez. Godoy inside to Munoz, and he gets fouled. Aggressive defense by the Indians. Aggressive down low inside the paint.
Now Cerna gets called for that foul. The scoreboard says that's his first personal. So we're going to go with that, the 13. For the Indians, Munoz short on his free throw attempt, and Coach Los Santos is going to empty the bench here, make sure that he doesn't get a quick and a cheap foul against any one of those Indians on the court.
Munoz, second free throw, back of the rim. Indians with a chance here for another shot in the lane. Gabriel Garcia can't get it to go. 3 seconds. Saddles, long three, short. And the Indians will go into the locker room with a 7-point lead over the South San Bobcats. You're watching high school basketball here on RC Audio Sports.
Hi, I'm Quincy Barnes, the owner of the Rex Formal Wear stores here in San Antonio. We've been in business now since 1946 for over 72 years in San Antonio. We carry all of the brands, all designers, all the slim fits. One of the keys to the business at Rex Formal Wear is we have our own inventory here in San Antonio. We're the only one in the tuxedo rental business that can fix it in 5 minutes in our stores. We have our tailors here in San Antonio. We have all our merchandise and tuxedos and suits here in San Antonio. We also rent and sell tuxedos. We also rent and sell suits and accessories. This is our Michael Kors designer tuxedo slim fit. You've got 100 variations of vest and ties, pocket squares to match. You might want to go with a long tie. You might want to go with paisley bow ties, the white lay down non-pleated shirt, your traditional pleated shirt. Some people even want to bring in the colors, your pink, your lavender. Something unique at Rex Formal Wear is we carry the peanut butter collection in infant tuxedos. We carry them in black, we carry them in white, we carry them in navy, we carry them in tan, and we carry them in 2 shades of gray. They go from infant all the way up to size 3. So if you want your baby to be in a tuxedo, we can do it here at Rex Formal Wear. We pride ourselves with customer service. We take the time at Rex Formal Wear to make sure that you look picture perfect for your wedding.
The 2025 San Antonio Sports All-Star Basketball Game Media Day took place at the Alamo Dome this morning. The KSAT 12 sports team caught up with the top high school senior basketball players from all over the San Antonio area. The All-Star Games include 4 games, a skills challenge, and a 3-point contest. Alamo Heights head coach Andrew Brewer will be coaching the boys' white team made up of Class 5A through 1A talent, and coach isn't worried about having to teach the fundamentals.
Well, you can't do much because you only have them for 2 practices. So if you try to install something sophisticated, they're not going to do it anyway. So, make them play defense, make them compete, share the ball as much as you possibly can. No, we don't have to do much. The guys are going to go compete, and it'll be fun.
The full rosters were just released on our website at ksat.com, so make sure to go and see who made this year's rosters. Last year's All-Star Basketball Game was a great time, so round 2 should be even better.
Such a good game.
And we bring you back to the beautiful gym here at the campus of Harlandale High School, Presidio Concrete. You do our sponsorship team owned by Hector Gonzalez, Greg Gutierrez, big jobs or small jobs. If you've watched our streams, you've heard all about it. The concrete work at Veterans Memorial Stadium and Judson ISD, the concrete work at the Gorilla Enclosure at the San Antonio Zoo. But do not let that intimidate you. If you're a homeowner, need work done on your property, Presidio Concrete is happy to self-contract and do those jobs as well, big or small. If you're a general contractor, if you're a homeowner, Presidio Concrete phone number is right there. Give them a call. When you call them, let them know that you heard about them on RC Audio Sports. Bobby, during the break, we had Quincy Barnes tell us about Rex Formal Wear. He's been with us as a sponsor for some years now. We're very appreciative of that, and they've been in business for a long time. You want to know how long they've been in business?
Tell me.
They've been in business so long that I rented my prom from Rex Formal Wear in my senior year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Did not know that they date back to their mid-1900s.
Mid-1900s, not far, 1970s,
Oh,
70s.
Later part.
But, fun fact number 2, Reese Hernandez Robinson, our cameraman, also rented his tux for his prom.
I'm pretty sure if you're in the Southside area, if you've worn a tux, it's probably come from Rex. Because, they've been on military drive for
75 years. In business for 75 years.
And I remember that when I was going to Rayburn Elementary, They were right on the other side next to the
exactly right.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah,
was
I
right
remember that. I remember exactly where they were. Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, of course. If you went to Dunkin' Donuts before you got sized, you might need a bigger tux.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, you've got our listeners now hanging in suspense. I rented my tux. Reese rented his tux. Bobby?
I've rented my tux as well many times. I can't even tell you how many times. I know at least once, maybe in high school for prom, maybe once.
Well, how many proms did you go to?
We'll keep that one under wraps,
right.
Coach. Come on.
All right, okay.
I was in high demand.
During break, you could tell me, okay? Cool story right there. You got all three of us here. Rex Formal Wear, and every Sunday we put out a looking good. Saw it on the socials post. It's sponsored by Rex Formal Wear, and if you print out that graphic and take it to the store, you'll get 10% off any regular price rental or retail item there. So you can do that. I was talking to Quincy the other day. He says, remind your viewers that quinceaneras right off the bat, $50 off.
Wow.
So Rex Formal Wear, keep them in mind. And when you walk in and you see Quincy Barnes, let them know that you heard about him here on RC Audio Sports. All right, we got about 3.5 minutes left to play here at Harlandale. I mean, left at halftime, not to play. Got 3.5 minutes left in halftime here at Harlandale High School. We're going to do some commerce, and we'll be right back.
Property that begs for a solution? Tacho Tovar and GBH Real Estate Solutions is here for that. Any condition, any situation, any location. Cash payment. The experts at GBH Real Estate Solutions can handle foundation repair, total interior rough-ins, or any other property need. From start to finish, GBH Real Estate Solutions will be there to make sure the job is done right. Whether the solution is a ground-up project, total renovation, or modernization, Tacho will see it through. Call GBH Real Estate Solutions today, or visit their Facebook page to see many more examples of their fine work. Tacho is waiting to hear from you. Oh, and did we mention? Tacho buys houses.
And we're back at 2 minutes left here at halftime, and South 210, a loyal viewer of our streams, and he follows us on social media. Always enjoy our correspondence with South 210. 1993, rented my tux for prom as well. So there you go. It's almost unanimous here. And MPEG's Life asked, where's Caleb Vargas from the Bobcats? Went to the bench, and again, as we said, the bench is a little bit out of our view, so not sure what the situation is there. But didn't look like he went hobbled or anything. We'll keep an eye out for Caleb Vargas, number 1, for the South San Bobcats. Thank you for joining our chat box. And we especially like to know if you are watching this stream from somewhere far away, or because you weren't able to get here. Please let us know. We've had viewers from all over the United States, really all over the world. Japan, Monterey, Hawaii, Las Vegas, an airplane up in the air.
International skies.
International skies, exactly. Robert Villafranca on RC Audio Sports, a YouTube channel, alongside Bobby Mendez, Reese Hernandez Robinson, getting us the pictures here tonight.
Well, Coach, the Harlandale Indians coming in right now to start the third quarter with a 25-18 lead. And to finish the first quarter, they led 17-16, only allowed 2 points in the second quarter.
Ethan Moreno back in the ballgame. We haven't seen him on the court since the first quarter. Coach Carroll reinserting Ethan.
That's a matchup you're going to really want to pay attention to if you really like a lot of physicality here. So the Bobcats try to get things going here offensively as they try to set up their offense. Settles will take a nice little jumper to get it going for the Bobcats. Their first 2 points of the second half.
Eustace Bankin holding back on Ethan Moreno, making sure that he does not get the dish.
Turnover by the Indians.
A little bit late to the defense. The Indians turned that one over.
Ball comes left side, settles, gets it down low. Here comes Moreno. They'll kick it out, back over to Settles. Baseline, kicks it out Moreno. Moreno, and he will draw a foul. Ooh, that one's a tough call there. But then again, there were 3 defenders nearby.
That's a tough one in many ways if you're rooting for the Indians. Number 4, Gabriel Garcia, who sat the bench in foul trouble in the first half, just drew his 3rd personal. Ethan misses on his first shot, so Coach De Los Santos is going to have to bring Gabriel Garcia, one of the top scorers on this team, back to the bench and insert Ethan. Ethan has been, he's handled his, he's pulled his weight here of late and put some good numbers up for the Indians. Ethan hits that second free throw. Dan from San Antonio watching from a street off South Florida is all right. That's not too far away.
That's all right. We'll take it.
We'll take it, sure.
In the lane, Reyes kicks it out. De La Rosa. And he'll put it right in from behind the arc. Another 3-pointer.
What a luxury for Coach De Los Santos to be able to go with a backup, Ethan De La Rosa, for Gabriel Garcia.
3 of the night. He's got 12 points. As Munoz will get fouled from behind.
Harlandale defense very aggressive down low. Noel Serna getting called for his second personal foul. Alonso back at the line.
First free throw will go for Munoz. Alonso Munoz, a senior for the Bobcats. Second, no good. Eustace Benkin with the rebound.
Southside being held below their scoring average. They are used to putting up 55.5 points per game. And not anywhere near that mark so far here tonight.
De La Rosa, Serna, Benny, Guillen, long 3, doesn't go. Offensive board, no, but the ball out of bounds. Last touch by the Bobcats.
Aiden Moran chasing that one out of bounds. Aiden has 8 points tonight. I think he needed 19. When we started the game, he was 19 away from that 1,000 point threshold.
Ethan De La Rosa to Serna. Eustace backs it down, kicks it out. Uh-oh. 3-pointer. Good for Ethan De La Rosa. This time from the top of the key. He's got some from the corner. He's got some from the elbow. And this time from the top of the key. Moreno, he'll get the jumper from inside 15.
Boy, that's a good settler right there. If you can get that ball to Ethan, he puts it in the bucket. That's going to settle the Bobcats down just a little bit.
Benton kicks it back out. Serna, guarded great by Munoz, but a good screen. Enough for Serna to get the shot off, but doesn't go. Here comes Settles back the other way. Off the glass, doesn't go. Munoz with the putback.
And key to that point, Bobby, is the Bobcats are on a fast break, and that's one of the reasons that they're being kept below their scoring average is the Indians have really denied them an opportunity to break much tonight.
De La Rosa thought about it, in the lane, lets it float, doesn't go, short, and the board controlled by the Bobcats. Munoz over to Settles, and Settles goes left side. Montoya back over to Settles, underneath Ethan Moreno, and he'll draw the foul as he was just too far underneath in the basket, and Benkin, no choice but to match that physicality.
First personal foul, stating his case there about that issue of verticality. There was a lot of contact there, and I think the official got that one right. Eustace might have thought he had gotten away with it. The whistle was a little bit late, but nonetheless, I think it was correct from here.
I don't know if you can get that on the shot there, but the right corner of the screen by the doors, you got the two head football coaches, Coach Phil Barone and Coach Lozano.
Barone, the head coach for South San, and Coach Lozano, the head coach for Harlandale football.
Other side, Noel Cerna. Bankin in the lane, kicks it out. Along the perimeter, Cerna. Oh, sorry, that's Garcia. And he'll get bumped out of bounds. The call will go against the Bobcats, and that'll be Alonso Munoz with the foul.
Foul number 3 on Alonso. Still almost 4 minutes left to play in the third quarter. I think he might call that foul trouble.
It might be a foul on 5-0, and I think it is.
And number 3 on Ethan. So Ethan Moreno with 3 personal fouls. Alonso Munoz, the 2 big men here for the Bobcats. And Coach Carroll over here on the sideline stating his case.
Let's see if that's going to impact the way Moreno plays defense, and it is. He had his hands behind his back there as Guillen fires a 3. He'll miss that one.
Christian Reyes fighting Ethan Moreno for the board. Ethan brought the ball down low, and Christian thought he had a shot at it, but he's called for the foul. Third personal foul on him. Gabriel Garcia with 3. Christian Reyes with 3. Ethan and Alonso for South San with 3 apiece.
Bobcats back the other way.
Number 4 on Christian.
If I can recall, I think the Bobcats have led only one time in this game by maybe a point for just a moment, and it's been pretty much Harlandale thereafter.
A big second quarter for Harlandale as they were just about able to keep a cap on South San scoring. 5th team foul for the Indians, so the Bobcats now in the bonus. And that's number 23, Kevin Settles at the line. Kevin Settles hits his first shot. Kevin will be at the San Antonio Sports All-Star Basketball Game weekend in the 3-point contest or the skills contest.
Second free throw is good. Congratulations to those athletes that earned that spot, whether it's participating in those games or in the actual game.
And just like that, the South San Bobcats within 2 points. So the Indians having a hard time scoring now in the third quarter.
De La Rosa lets it fly again. This time it doesn't go. Ethan Moreno with the board. Moreno all the way by himself. Coast to coast. Misses that. The putback is missed. Somehow Moreno is able to get it back. Long 3-pointer. And De La Rosa making contact after the shot. So I'm sure they're going to call it either way. He's going to go to the free throw line. Whether he's shooting 2 or 3.
He's going to get at least 2. In the act of shooting, he's going to get 3 shots. And the official holding up 3 fingers. So number 3, Aiden Moran with 8 points tonight will have an opportunity to get up to 11.
It looks like Munoz is going to have to be 10 to 2.
Looks like he's going to need a boo-boo band there on the elbow. Aiden Moran, as we said earlier, was 19 points away from the 1,000 career point milestone when we started the game. He's got 8 points here tonight so far at the line for an opportunity for 3 more. He can hit all 3. The Bobcats will take the lead, and as you said, it's their first lead since early in the first quarter for the Bobcats if Moran can hit 3 of 3.
First one is good. Second one, good. Game tied up. Braylon Tovar setting up down low. And a substitution. Ethan Moreno's going to come out and take a break. I don't think he was ready to, but his backup Derek Castillo coming in. Third free throw, good. And the Bobcats with their first lead since early in the first quarter. The Bobcats somehow crawled their way back into this ball game. Tovar, double team, goes up. Good defense by Montoya and Munoz. Traveling violation called against Settles. You don't usually see Settles get...
An excellent ball handler, exactly. You don't see him get called for a travel or mishandle. But, boy, you can see that the Bobcats just really raring to get that running game going. And we've got a timeout here, Bobby, on the court. We're going to take it with them.
We'll be right back. You're watching high school basketball on RC Audio Sports. Ready! Set! Go!
It's a bad idea to run a foot race against these guys, just like it's a bad idea to go up against the billion-dollar auto insurance industry all alone.
Hire Martinez and Associates. With us, it's personal.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of a light, 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 light. Oh, 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 oh.
32-31 the score here in the third quarter, 2:41 to go. The Bobcats with their first lead of the ball game since early in the first quarter. Coach Robert Villafranca, Reese Robinson, I am Bobby Mendez, and thank you for joining us here on this great Tuesday night matchup between these two Southside teams, the Harlandale Indians and the South San Bobcats. Sal Guillen for the Indians gets it over to Garcia. Gabriel Garcia to Tovar, off the glass, and nice pass from Gabriel Garcia to Braylon Tovar. Bringing it back up is Aiden Moran. Top of the key in the paint, pump fake. Leaves it off, kicks it out, settles for a 3. That one is long and into the hands of Noel Cerna. Guillen to Garcia. Back to Guillen. De La Rosa, who's been hot behind the arc. In the paint, Cerna switches hands, and he'll get that one to go. Indians back up by 3. Kevin settles, he's getting to the left side from Garcia. Aiden Moran, guarded by Guillen. Montoya, right-handed off the glass for Zayden Montoya. Guillen to Garcia. Tovar, De La Rosa cutting. Back top. Cerna, long three, he gets it. Did it bounce out?
Bounced out.
Oh, rattled, but couldn't tell if it's rattled and came back in or rattled and came back out, but it came out.
This basket over here by us, it just seems to have a lid on it. The Bobcats, when they were shooting at it, had several of their shots just make it about as far in the basket as you can. Somehow defied gravity, came back out. Noel Cerna's a very good free throw shooter. 76% free throw shooter. He's got 3 shots coming, made his first one. 8 points for the night. 2 personal fouls. Noel will represent Harlandale at the San Antonio Sports All-Star Basketball game. Eduardo Ponce coming in for Alonso Munoz.
Yeah, shout out to the San Antonio Sports Foundation for putting the All-Star game together. The second All-Star game for the basketball. Of course, they took over for football and continued that tradition.
What a job they do, Bobby. Most of their work behind the scenes. I saw them at a press conference.
Indians keeping it alive. Cerna thought about it in the lane, off the glass. Count the basket. As well, Cerna flexes on his way to the free throw line.
San Antonio Sports, we saw them at a press conference earlier in the week. They're playing a big part in the San Antonio's hosting of the NCAA Final Four this year, and just so many things that they do for this community behind the scenes. San Antonio Sports, just kudos to them.
Any major thing that's happening with sports, SA Sports Foundation has definitely have their hand on it. Montoya in the paint. That one rattles out. Gabriel Garcia with the board. Here come the Indians back the other way. Noel Cerna kicking it out to De La Rosa. De La Rosa goes inside, kicks it to Tovar. Tovar just throws it up, and he gets a foul call.
Derek Castillo frustrated with the call again, feeling like he had some verticality. 39-16, I'm being told. McCullum girls at halftime up 39-16. That game against Southwest. McCullum has already clinched the district championship. They're going to the playoffs. Top seed in the Division II bracket. Tonight they're playing for that Dash O. 16-0 district championship if they can hold on to that lead at halftime. 39-16, the Cowboys girls basketball team.
Braylon Tovar goes 0 for 2 on the free throw line, but
almost had a second chance there. Looked like the Bobcats were all waiting for somebody else to bring the board, and Braylon crashed. The board just wasn't able to get a handle on it.
The press is on as the Bobcats break it. Castillo back over to Zayden Montoya. Now top of the key is Kevin Saddles, and back over to Montoya. Montoya, Castillo, guarded by Cerna. Good defense. Saddles has a little bit of time into the paint, kicks it out. Moran has a second, fires it off the glass, no good. And the Harlandale defense prevails again on that effort. 41-34 now as we get into the fourth quarter. You're watching high school basketball on RC Audio Sports.
You own property that begs for a solution? Tacho Tovar and GBH Real Estate Solutions is here for that. Any condition, any situation, any location. Cash payment. The experts at GBH Real Estate Solutions can handle foundation repair, total interior rough-ins, or any other property need. From start to finish, GBH Real Estate Solutions will be there to make sure the job is done right. Whether the solution is a ground-up project, total renovation, or modernization, Tacho will see it through. Call GBH Real Estate Solutions today, or visit their Facebook page to see many more examples of their fine work. Tacho is waiting to hear from you. Oh, and did we mention? Tacho buys houses.
minutes on the clock here as the Indians with a 7-point lead going into the fourth quarter, 41-34. Coach talked about in the beginning of this game, in the pregame show, that the Indians needing to keep or get this win here to have their playoff hopes alive. Ethan De La Rosa gets it over to Gabriel Garcia. Gabriel Garcia making his way down into the paint. Fadeaway jumper. That one doesn't go. But Eustace Bacon with a nice board and putback. Not much challenging there by Ethan Moreno with 3 fouls already.
Bobby, a quick clarification. The Indians are in 4th place and in the driver's seat. They don't necessarily need a win to keep their hopes alive, but to maintain that 4th spot. Certainly would like to win.
Ball coming back the other way. And Guillen thinking De La Rosa was a little bit closer.
Ethan saying, hey, I'm in range. I'm 40 feet away. I'm in range.
As long as he's inside the half-court line, he should be within range. Montoya. Ball taken away by the Indians. Noel Serna with the steal and the lay-in. Harlandale with a 9-point lead here in the fourth quarter. Little check there by Sal Guillen. He'll get called for that foul as the two bumped in the lane.
Christian Reyes comes back into the ball game. Remember, he's got 4 personal fouls. Been saddled with foul trouble from the get-go here tonight. Coach Baron, Coach Lozano over there at the door, head coaches for the football programs. Who's winning the argument, Bob?
I cannot answer that question. Underneath Ethan Moreno was a nice little move underneath.
I think it's a tie. It's a draw right now.
I see Coach Baron backing away a little bit. I'm not sure.
He was on a drive there a little while ago, so I don't know. Maybe
we'll see.
We'll see. We'll ask him after the game. Who won the argument? Ethan Moreno good on his first free throw. Coach Baron, what a season the Bobcats football team had. Coach Lozano, of course, new to Harlandale. In a very, very tough district. Getting that first full year cycle under his belt. I saw the other day where the Indians football team was in boot camp.
Brought it back. I did see on social media, I saw some bodies flying around the mat. I got a little pumped up, to be honest. Brought back memories. 6:17 to go here. Harlandale, 10-point lead over the Bobcats. Shot missed by Serna. I think that may have been a 2. Had a toe on the line. And did he get the call? No, he didn't. They're going to call a blocking foul as Gabriel Garcia claimed his stake there for quite some time. Put his flag in the ground.
Bobby, it was Christian Reyes who's getting called for the foul. That's going to be his 5th, so we've seen the last of Christian Reyes here this evening. It must have been something outside of the
because it
blocked there.
Because really, I mean, Noel Serna really set up the night before, and he was there waiting.
And I thought Ethan had gotten around him, so that makes more sense. But Coach De Los Santos will have to go without the services of Christian Reyes for the last 6 minutes of this game. 45-35, the Indians with a 10-point lead as we head down the 6-minute stretch of this game.
Moreno with the second free throw, short. Eustace Benkin with the board, and the Indians coming right back. Serna with a nice little stutter step. Ball taken away. Three-pointer, no good by Moran, but the ball controlled by the Bobcats for the offensive board. Settles left side, pump fake, kicks it out. Really good ball movement by South San, and a nice shot there by Aiden Moran. And somebody wants to get over it. I think it's the Bobcats. We're going to take a break with them. You're watching high school basketball on RC Audio Sports.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of a light, 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 light.
Back here at Harlandale High School, Coach Robert Villafranca. I am Bobby Mendez, and Reese Robinson on the camera here.
All three Rex formal wear customers.
Yes. And current customers. So if I ever need a tux, I'm going back.
That's where you're going.
That's where I'm going. I mean, of course, I do own a nice turquoise tux still, too, but not very many events call for that these days with some ruffles.
Fun facts.
Here come the Indians. Screen by Cerna. And Cerna gets the ball back. Settles in full on that pump fake. Garcia in the paint. Benkin off the glass for the big man, the German, Eustace Benkin. In the paint, kicking it out. Left side. Great defense by the Indians. Forcing the Bobcats to move the basketball all around, and a nice inside jumper. Coach Carroll's running out on the court. He wants a timeout, and he'll get it.
Once in a lifetime, we stand in the spotlight. The world waits on our next move. Got the keys to the kingdom, tasting the freedom. So what are we gonna do? Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna bring us down.
Welcome back here to some fourth quarter action at Harlandale High School, the Harlandale High School Gymnasium. The Indians are on top of the Bobcats in this fourth quarter. Indians breaking the press. And Zayden Montoya will get called for poking the ball away just a little bit too aggressively. And so now the Indians will inbound the basketball from their own underneath their own basket. Inside, ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by a Bobcat.
Well, the Indians get benefit of a good call there. I think Gabriel Garcia thought the ball went off of him. No replay at high school, right? Of course, we've got the game here archived. You can always go back and replay it. Won't change the call.
Underneath. Yep, I think they're paying attention to that battle down low between Ethan Moreno and Eustace Benkin. And so now Ethan Moreno will be playing defense with hands behind his back, it looks like. Benkin got rid of it. Timeout is called by the Indians. as this game is getting a little bit chippy here from Harlandale High School. You're watching high school basketball on RC Audio Sports. Here's the Indians fighting the surgence of the South San Bobcat defense. A good take to the basket as the Indians get back to a 10-point lead, and they take the ball away. It looks as if, Coach, the South San Bobcats have really gotten a little bit more fire coming in to this fourth quarter, a little bit more energy than I've seen all night.
You know, we last time we were at the Durbin Center, we visited with Ray Briseño. We'll let you call this one.
And Moreno lost the handle of it, but somehow managed to keep it in play. Here comes Eustace Benkin, dropping it down inside to Rodriguez. And he'll draw a foul, so he should be getting a pair of free throws. A foul will be called on the Bobcats, number 23, Kevin Settles.
You know, last time we were at the Durbin Center, I had a chance to visit with Ray Briseño, the head coach of the Highlands Owls, at halftime, and he used a word to describe the South San Bobcats, and I mean, grit. And I can't think of a better adjective, or maybe that's a noun. I can't think of a better descriptor for the South San Bobcats and the grit, and certainly showing a lot of it here tonight.
I think somebody can grit. You can grit.
Is that a verb then?
I think so.
Okay.
I'll give it to you. You're the English expert.
I'm going to go with noun. Grit is a thing, all right?
All right.
Person, place, or thing.
I was trying to help you out there. So. Can you ask for some grit? There's a rebound. Oh, boy. That was going to be a tough not to call as Ethan Moreno collided with Noel Cerna, and I believe that might be his fifth.
It is. Ethan Moreno called for his fifth personal foul, so we've seen the last of Ethan here tonight. The Harlandale Indians with a 12-point lead, and that'll be a tough task, a steep hill for the Cats to climb without the services of Ethan Moreno. Well, I think if you put an S on it, it's grits. You know, that's a noun too. Grit-y. Okay. That would be the adjective. So there's your language lesson for this evening.
Bobcats certainly turning up the defensive heat here. With plenty of time, with 3:44 to go here in this fourth quarter.
And that's the Bobcats' fifth team foul, so the Indians will enjoy the benefit of bonus and 2 shots every time that the whistle is blown against the Bobcats, so that makes it even tougher to mount a comeback. Noel Cerna at the line for Harlandale. We said earlier, 76% free throw shooter.
First one good for Cerna. Nice and easy for the second one. Nothing but the bottom of the net there for Noel. Settles. Across the timeline. Poked away by Gabriel Garcia.
As we said before the game, Bobby, South San they need a win to clinch that top seed in the D1 bracket. Got 3 opportunities to do that tonight. And Friday against Wynn, and then a week from tonight at Southwest.
That'll be a tough one. on that final game.
Well, if it gets to Southwest, they're gonna be playing each other for that seed, so that'd be a pretty intense matchup.
Kevin Settles will go left. Doyle missed that one. Ball out of bounds and will belong to the Indians. See the formation here for the Indians is they inbound the ball. And here comes the full court press. How about the performance tonight from
Ethan De La Rosa, 19 points for the night, Bobby. At one point, I think he had 5 3-pointers. I think he did squeeze a 2-pointer in there somewhere, and then maybe even a free throw shot. But his first 15 points came from behind the arc, and he's back at the free throw line. Ethan De La Rosa is a sophomore.
Very impressive to come in and be able to shoot with such confidence. And really just picking his spots behind the three-point line. Gets both of those free throws.
I got to chime in on that one. That is really impressive for a sophomore to be as patient and allow the game to come to him as much as Ethan is doing so.
Eduardo Ponce missed that shot. Benton. Garcia misses that one. De La Rosa might get called for that one as he pushed off. So he'll get called for that foul on the rebound. So Kevin Settles will go to the free throw line on 2 bonus shots. First one is good for Kevin Settles. Second free throw is good. Defense, good job there by Ponce and by Montoya. Ball goes out of bounds. Indians with the ball again to inbound it. Again, South San denying the inbound. Ethan De La Rosa will get it. He'll get it across the timeline. He's nearly triple teamed. Benkin can't get it underneath. Ball back the other way. Settles with uncontested lane to the basket. Once it will get it for the Bobcats. Ball blocked by Garcia.
I believe that's Coach De Los Santos calling a timeout, Bobby.
All right, well, we'll take it with him. You've been watching, and you are watching high school basketball on RC Audio Sports. We'll be right back.
You own property that begs for a solution? Tacho Tovar and GBH Real Estate Solutions is here for that. Any condition, any situation, any location. Cash payment. The experts at GBH Real Estate Solutions can handle foundation repair, total interior rough-ins, or any other property need. From start to finish, GBH Real Estate Solutions will be there to make sure the job is done right. Whether the solution is a ground-up project, total renovation, or modernization, Tacho will see it through. Call GBH Real Estate Solutions today, or visit their Facebook page to see many more examples of their fine work. Tacho is waiting to hear from you. Oh, and did we mention? Tacho buys houses.
2:18 to go in the fourth quarter. The Harlandale Indians with a 12-point advantage. But the Bobcats picking it up on defense already. Stolen the ball a couple of times. Lots of whistles, though, here in this fourth quarter. Foul against the Indians, and no. Yes, it is against the Indians, so Juan Godoy will go to the free throw line because both teams are in the bonus at 5 fouls apiece, so any fouls will result in 2 free throws. First free throw for Godoy, no good. Second free throw is good. So now an 11-point game with 2:09 to go. The defense still picked up. De La Rosa in the lane, and he will draw a foul. So as we've seen already, Ethan De La Rosa, a great free throw shooter, a good shooter all around, will now get to the free throw line here as he will shoot 2, as we just mentioned, that both teams in the bonus.
Good news for the South End faithful from the Durbin Center. The South End girls won a close one against the Harlandale Indians here in the district finale. That allows South End to leapfrog them in the standings.
De La Rosa will hit 1 of 2 on his trip to the free throw line. Nice screen there by Munoz.
Oh, what
and
a
a three-pointer made from the corner, and a timeout will be taken.
We can stay right here, Bob.
Let's stay right here, Coach, as this game is starting to intensify. And really, it's a matter of the South End Bobcats defense making it very difficult for the Harlandale Indians to inbound and advance the basketball.
I want to remind you of a game we called last year. Southwest Legacy was up by 20 points, I believe, 22 points here in the last 2 minutes, and the Indians made a comeback. So a 9-point lead, or a 9-point deficit. I'd say the odds are stacked against you, but we've seen it done.
Yeah, it's happened. And a big 3. And what's happening in the last few possessions, too, is South End's defense that's making it difficult for Harlandale to inbound the ball and much less advance it. So they've been creating some turnovers.
They, as you said, they extended their defense here earlier in the fourth quarter, but starting to pay some dividends.
Indians able to get the ball across this time. Now they're moving the ball around. De La Rosa drops it to Benkin, and Benkin kicks it out underneath. Turnover by the Indians. So the Bobcats doing what needs to be done, making defensive stops. The next step is to get points right after those stops.
Ethan De La Rosa, no, Cerna miscommunicates on that possession. Here come the Bobcats down by 9.
Good sense of urgency here from the Bobcats, something that we really haven't seen throughout the first few quarters. Long 3, and that one will go for Aiden Moran, and the Bobcats have woken up here in the fourth quarter. Just now down by 6 with 1:17 to go.
South End and Harlandale, boy, I'm telling you that it's rare to watch these two get after it in any sport and not have it come down to the wire. This is a rivalry that dates back decades and decades and decades, and anytime these two are on the court or on the baseball field or softball field or football field, you can expect a knockdown dragout.
Yeah, you can almost sense by the absence of Caleb Vargas, we haven't seen him on the court, and Ethan Moreno, who's fouled out. We could tell by the sense that those guys not on the court really kind of brought the energy level down for the Bobcats. But what's really transpired here in this fourth quarter, as this team that's not on the floor right now is really stepped it up and has gotten their team within 2 possessions.
Well, credit to Coach Carroll and the South End Bobcats. They are able to transition into a little bit more of a heavy guard-oriented game where you're going to play that full court defense and a lot of man in the full court, and then move the ball around. So you got 4 guards and Alonso Munoz who can handle the ball as well. But here come the Indians up by 6.
Eduardo Ponce will collide there with Noel Serna. And Serna a little bit slow to get up, but he is able to indeed get up, a little bit limping.
We'll see if that affects his free throw shooting. But Eduardo Ponce, what a game that he's had in the absence of a couple of Bobcats that we normally see on the court. Just called for his 5th foul, so he's done for the night. Noel Serna at the line. I don't know that Coach De Los Santos would want anybody else but Noel there at this in this situation.
He seems to be feeling all right after that collision.
Upper body certainly was able to compensate there. It looks like he's still, a little ginger on that. I think he took one to the quad.
Second free throw good, but yeah, you're right, a little gimpy. Oh, what a screen there by Eli Rodriguez. Corner 3, and it goes. Shaden Montoya answering big on a 3. Here come the Indians the other way. Underneath, Garcia got pushed out of bounds. We're gonna say no, he went out of bounds. So the Bobcats will have the basketball on a Harlandale Indian turnover.
Gabriel Garcia made a mistake of anticipating the call, and he felt like he had been pushed, so he just went ahead and went out with it, but the officials saw it differently.
Under a minute to go. Left side, settles. Huge 3 if it goes, it doesn't. Big board, and there's an offensive foul is called, or a foul away from the basket.
And a technical, Bobby, after the foul. I think
Benkin maybe celebrating. Do you think that's what it
might have
was?
celebrated. The official's now talking about it. At least in the eyes of one official, felt like that was an over celebration. But there's a discussion. We'll see what comes out of that. We'll see what comes out of that conversation.
Lots of things just in that one possession there. The big shot attempt by Settles, that didn't go. So there is a technical. So where do they spot the ball? Midfield?
Well, there was a foul, and I think the Indians, the Bobcats are in a bonus, so the Indians have to shoot their free throws. And then there was a technical after that. The Bobcats will come back and shoot their technical after that. We've got a timeout. The officials are going to sort this out. We're going to stay here. We're going to stay with them.
Looks like they got it squared away. And
first foul was on the Bobcats as one of the Bobcats, number 32, it was Miguel Bravo on the roster. Pushed Eustace Benkin to get some position, so Eustace going to take his free throws.
Big free throws here by the big man from Germany.
Eustace Benkin, a foreign exchange student here at Harlandale for a year. Off on his second shot. Good for 1 of 2. Experiencing America, experiencing San Antonio, Texas, and Harlandale High School for a year, an exchange student from Germany, Eustace Benkin.
Kevin Settles will take the shots for the Bobcats. He'll make that first one. This is going to make for a very interesting finish here for these two teams. Second free throw for Kevin is good. So
Kevin Settles makes both of his. Eustace Bankin good for 1 of 2, so the Bobcats close the gap by a point after that exchange of free throws. They've got the ball on the sideline.
Well, not only have both of these two teams really come alive here in this fourth quarter, this crowd has come alive as well here, chanting defense on the Harlandale side. But the officials still sorting some things out. Looks like they've got it all squared away. So now the Bobcats to bring in the ball with nearly 45 seconds to go. Kevin settles with a big-time drive into the lane. Gets it to go. The Bobcats down by 2. Harlandale struggling to get across the court, and a whistle will blow, and they will get the foul. The Indians will. And so, because of them being in the bonus, they'll go to the free throw line.
Alonzo Munoz, number 35 for South San, is just being informed that he has committed his 5th foul for the night. So he has seen his last action tonight. And Noah Cerna back at the line for the Indians, a 2-point lead. And here comes Derek Castillo for Alonzo Munoz.
Cerna, who hit a couple of big free throws just a moment ago, will be called upon again. First free throw is short, giving some hope to the Bobcat faithful here. Needing to make this a 3-point game. Cerna, second one is good. 35 seconds to go. Kevin settles, gets it across the court. Big screen by Castillo. A three-pointer by Kevin settles to tie this game up. And the South San Bobcats have come from behind to tie the game in the fourth quarter.
Kevin settles with a huge three-pointer for the South San Bobcats. We haven't mentioned the story here tonight, but one of my favorite stories of the 24-25 years, the way the South San Bobcats have absorbed the athletes from West Campus, and Kevin Settles is one of 3 on this roster. Aiden Moran, another, and Edgar Gomez. But a big shot for Kevin Settles, and across the side there, you got the chant from the Bobcat faithful. Let's go Bobcats! So they've come alive.
Yeah, they certainly have come alive, and Kevin Settles has time and time again has hit big shots for the South San Bobcats. It was him just a moment before that big shot where he had that layup, a spinning into the lane, and then this huge shot from the top of the key to even out this game. And you can hear this Bobcat crowd is energized and ready to go with 26.8 seconds to go. The official instructing Garcia that he does have the ability to move up and down the court. Bobcats nearly take it away, but the ball goes out of bounds and will remain with the Indians.
Ethan De La Rosa coming in for Jeremiah Rodriguez. Ethan has had the hot hand tonight, and Coach De Los Santos hoping he's got one more shot in him at least.
De La Rosa inbounding or bringing it in the lane. Cerna can't get that one to go, but he drew the foul, and he will get back to the free throw line to shoot more important free throws.
Block or charge, man, that one could have gone either way. The official says that was a block. And Noah Cerna took it to the rack. Another 5 up there on the foul column for South San. Derek Castillo called for his 5th foul, so he has seen his last action.
Boy, if you just look at Cerna as he elevated in the air and just created that contact and drew the foul. Some huge free throws here for Noel Cerna. Cerna under pressure gets the first one to go.
Regardless of whether he makes this or not, it's still a one-possession ball game. If he makes this one, the Indians up by 2. And we've seen what the Bobcats can do behind the arc. Stay tuned.
Second free throw good. Indians 2-point lead. 20 seconds to go. Here come the Bobcats, who have fought hard to get back into this game. They tied it up moments ago. Settles again! Settles comes up big with a shot from the baseline. Count the basket, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Kevin Settles will go to the free throw line, and he was blocked on his way, but the difference here is that Kevin Settles converted on his attempt. See if we can take another look at that one.
Look at Kevin Settles. How calm is he?
Oh, this is Kevin's three-pointer. We didn't get that baseline. First shot.
And the Bobcats, for the first time in a long time, take the lead. And the Indians turn the ball over with plenty of time left to go.
Gabriel Garcia thought Eustace was going to cut one way, cut the other, miscommunication there, and the ball went out of bounds, so a turnover. And the Bobcats now will inbound underneath their basket. 11 seconds to go, a 1-point lead for South San.
South San to inbound, kick it out. Rodriguez, and now a foul by Cerna.
Not many choices there for the Indians. Of course, you know, a rule that changed last year was anytime you're in the bonus, it's 2 shots. There are no more 1-and-1s. So this is 2 shots coming for Juan Godoy. Juan has 1 point so far tonight, but man, these are big right here. Juan Godoy is good on his first one, so a 2-point lead.
You referenced the game moments ago where the Indians came back from a big deficit earlier.
Oh, a miss.
Free throw, no good.
No timeout. Timeout now. We're going to keep it right here. Coach Dos Santos calls a timeout with 3.5 seconds to play. The Indians were up. I don't know that they had an advantage. And Eric asking the official where the inbounds is going to be, so it's going to be on the far sideline at around mid-court. You know, Bobby, we followed these teams for long enough. We know that Coach Carroll and Coach Dos Santos both have some nice plays coming off timeouts. We've seen some buzzer beaters in the playoffs a couple of times for the Indians, and we'll see if Coach Dos Santos has one more of those up his sleeve.
Yeah, they're going to need it either A, to tie the game, or B, to win the game. For the Indians, it's been a tough battle. Defensively, the South San Bobcats have not gone away so far where they've just been so far back that they haven't been able to come back, because it was a monumental climb to get back to even just within a few points. But then to take the lead, and it all came from their defensive stops.
So here we go. You know that Gabriel Garcia, Ethan De La Rosa, and Noah Cerna, of course, all can hit from behind the arc. We'll see if Noel can spring free.
They give it to the big man. Cerna, jumper, shot will go! And we have overtime! What a shot! You talk about Coach Dos Santos drawing up plays after a timeout, and there you have it. Look at the play there. Cerna just nice with 3 defenders in his vicinity, and he nailed that shot. Wow, what a game. We'll be back for more basketball. It's overtime from Harlandale High School on RC Audio Sports.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be a $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, Don't fight the billion-dollar auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez and Associates today at 210-337-1111.
We bring you back to the beautiful gymnasium here at Harlandale High School. 4 quarters, but wait, there's more. All tied up at 64 apiece, and the Indians and the Bobcats will have to play another 4 minutes at least of overtime to decide this one. You would think that the Indians have the advantage as far as their roster goes, with several Bobcats on the bench disqualified with 5 fouls.
Yeah, Coach, I was just going to get into that to bring everyone up to speed here at what great lengths the Bobcats have done to get back into this ball game, and even at one point thinking that they had a chance to win it, but then Noel Cerna with a nice jumper from the side. Garcia off the glass, and the basket is good. But the South End Bobcats have about 2, maybe 3 players not in the game due to fouls or being too many fouls, more than 5 fouls. 66-64.
Ethan Moreno and Derek Castillo, Alonso Munoz.
Three-pointer settles. He has been hot here from the 4th, and now a big 3 in overtime. De La Rosa couldn't hang on to it. Ball goes out of bounds, and it was last touched by Zayden Montoya. Speaking of hot hands, De La Rosa, we talked about, had 5 3-pointers already in this basketball game, but Kevin Settles, and along with the rest of the Bobcats, really having trouble getting the ball into the basket. But really in the 4th quarter, I guess when it matters the most, baskets just started falling.
Kevin Settles, he's not settling for anything here tonight. Boy, has he come up big for the Bobcats here in the second half, and especially in the 4th quarter. Coach Carroll wants a little review of that last call where he feels like, I think he was trying to call a timeout, and the officials probably not feeling like the Bobcats had possession well enough for him to call that timeout.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really had possession of the ball good. Good called by the officials. De La Rosa will get it. Sal Guillen, top of the key. Back over to De La Rosa. De La Rosa trying to make his way down the lane, but he'll reset it and kick it back out. Garcia, nice drive into the paint. And he'll draw another foul. So I'm assuming fouls stay the same going into overtime, so.
Stay in the bonus if you left the team. If you left the game in the bonus, I think you're still in the bonus. They still have those 5 fouls up there. It's a moot point as he was fouled in the act of shooting, so he's going to go to the line. Anyway, we'll see if we can clarify that rule next time somebody is fouled out of the act of shooting.
Gabriel Garcia will get that shot to go, or that first free throw at anyway. We're all tied up once again. What a Tuesday night here for some high school basketball. Second free throw, Garcia is good. Immediately goes back to playing some defense, but the Bobcats bring the ball back up the other way. It's Zayden Montoya, defended by Benkett, but Montoya kicks it back out. Rodriguez over to Moran, and Moran will drain that 3 from the top. Bobcats back up by 2. Garcia continues to be aggressive in the lane, but this time he's called for a charge. He's been very aggressive getting into the paint, but this time he gets called for a charge.
Bobby, if I'm doing my math correct, and let's put this down in pencil, not absolutely positive, but I understand that Moran needed 19 for 1,000 points, and that last 3 got him to 19 tonight. We're going to clarify that before we go home.
Settles, brings it up, and now the Bobcats trying to set it. They've Eustace Benkin way away from the spot. into the paint. They kick it back out. Benton on defense. Settles. A little bit of contact there. This time it's Noel Cerna on the call. Malachi Vargas into the ball game now.
And the Indians roster will take a hit as Noel Cerna called for his 5th foul. And the Indians will have to go without his shooting services here. Malachi Vargas, who has not played much here tonight at the line now. For the Indians, Omar Siciliano, I don't think we've called his name yet. He's in for Noel Cerna.
If you're just joining us, it's been, what a game it's been. Certainly one of the back and forth game I've seen so far this year. I know, Coach, you've done a lot more games this year than I have. But Benton with the board. Here come the Indians, and now the Indians are trailing by 3. Sal Guillen. Still plenty of time. Rodriguez drops it for Benton, who gives it back up to top. Back over to Benton. Siciliano. Back to Guillen. Guillen one-on-one on Moran. To De La Rosa. De La Rosa got it poked away. This will be a foul called on Zayden Montoya. Montoya has 2 fouls, so that will be his 3rd.
And our question is answered. The team stay in the bonus. The fouls from the 4th quarter carry over to the overtime situation. So Ethan not fouled in the act of shooting, but at the line anyway. 2 shots coming.
De La Rosa, first free throw is good. We talked about how instrumental De La Rosa was in getting the Indians such a big lead in this ball game. He had about 5 3-pointers. He's working on his 20th point of the night, 19 points. Big assist from De La Rosa, down low to Benton, and this game is tied right back up at 71, right where we started a few moments ago. Montoya in the lane, off the glass, doesn't go. Battling for the board, they both go down. Just a
tie-up in the arrow points to South San. Just over a minute to play here in the first overtime. South San, Kevin Settles will inbound underneath his bucket.
Approaching the 1-minute mark here. Moran, who just had a big 3 moments ago, gets a screen. He's double teamed, loses it. Guillen has it, and the Indians will have it with less than a minute. They still got to get it across the timeline. And they foul. Eli Rodriguez made some contact with Jeremiah Rodriguez. So Jeremiah will go to the free throw line with an opportunity here to give the Indians the lead.
Boy, the 10-second count was really counting down. I was gonna estimate maybe 3 or 4 seconds left to get across the line before Jeremiah was fouled. So he dodged a bullet a little bit, but he's gonna have to convert if he wants to give the Indians a lead here on his trip. A 60.5% free throw shooter. Hits 1 or 2.
48 seconds. Indians with a 1-point lead. Kevin Settles. Here comes the double team. Good defense there by Ethan De La Rosa. Coming in with the help.
Yeah, the Harlandale Indians are, anybody can touch the ball, but Kevin Settles, he's just done so much damage. And boy, the defense on him is really tight.
Settles with the basketball, and Rodriguez has a task to guard him. Underneath, Malachi Vargas underneath for the shot. Indians down by 1. Moran guarding Guillen. De La Rosa, who had the hot hand early. Time winding down. Siciliano takes a shot off the back of the rim. Board controlled by the Bobcats. That might be it. The Bobcats will come back to win on a big victory here for South San at Harlandale. The Bobcats 73, the Harlandale Indians 72. Oh boy, in overtime. So keep it right here. We will take a break, and we are going to have to come up with a player of the game, the Martinez and Associates player of the game. So we'll be right back in just a moment.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the $1 billion auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez and Associates today at 210-337-1111.
Ready! Set! Go!
It's a bad idea to run a foot race against these guys, just like it's a bad idea to go up against the $1 billion auto insurance industry all alone.
Hire Martinez and Associates. With